Hello and welcome to our video where we're going to be talking about whether or not you should be using Pinterest. I'm Chad Hill and I have Adam Stetzer with me.
Yeah, good afternoon, Chad. There's so many new social media outlets. They seem like they're coming fast and furious. The question is always, should I get into this? So today we're exploring, should I use Pinterest? What is it? Why should I care? Well, founded in 2010 in March, Pinterest has grown to 70 million users. So that's a pretty astronomical growth. Some interesting stats around that. 71% of them are within the U.S., and that's an important stat because sometimes you see big growth, but it's just not in your country, and so it may not be your target audience, your demographic. Another stat that's fairly compelling for me is that the average time on site for Pinterest is 16 minutes. And we know in the world of short attention spans on the internet, that's very, very long. So these are some compelling usage stats. But let's translate this into business terms, and our internet marketers watching this video, they want to know, should I be at Pinterest?
Right, and the other day we talked about your social media strategy, and in that discussion we said, look, you really want to make sure that you've maximized the opportunity on Facebook and Twitter because those are the two biggest platforms. But then there's a whole bunch of ones that kind of come in that second tier. Of course, there's Google+, there's Pinterest, there's LinkedIn, and there's a bunch of others. So let's think about where Pinterest is actually very useful. What our experience with Pinterest is that it's great if you're in a category that has a very visual product. So if you do food and restaurants, very, very, very good there. Anything to do with wedding planning is really big. So wedding rings, wedding events, a lot of home decor, architecture, and then there are some other things again with cars and automotive that are really big. So if you're in one of those categories, Pinterest can be a really, really powerful medium for you. The other place that you should think about it is if in your business you're creating a lot of visual information like infographics, again, Pinterest can be a great place to share those infographics, and those would be reasons, very compelling reasons to want to get involved with Pinterest.
Right, so I think one of the interesting takeaways here, and should I be in Pinterest, the question is, everyone probably should be. It's probably easier for some categories than others, as you pointed out. The direct play there's going to be pretty compelling. But I think if you're not finding ways to turn your internet marketing and your content marketing strategy into something visually appealing, you're missing a whole opportunity because almost any product or any service can be marketed visually if you get creative enough. And this is where we often get into tension with clients who are thinking, oh, that advertisement doesn't represent my business. And we say, yeah, but content marketing and infographic viral spread isn't about advertising. It's about sharing information, it's about education. So sometimes you have to pull them a little bit out of their comfort zone, Chad, and convince them that you'll get exposure, you'll get buzz, you'll get shares, you'll get a few backlinks, you'll get tweets, you'll get pins, but you have to move a little away from the advertising mindset and figure out how to make your product and service visually appealing. I think through educational, informative messages, as well as just blatant creativity or humor, is usually the way to go. And in that case, shouldn't all of our clients then be in Pinterest in some level?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think, like you said, it comes down to probably a bandwidth thing in many cases, right? Where if you have the bandwidth and you're looking for to be able to capture as many opportunities as possible, then absolutely you should do Pinterest. I think where I would probably say don't do Pinterest is if your bandwidth is only going to allow you to create the profile and put 5 pins and never touch it again, then I would say you're probably better off not doing that and having an abandoned social media profile than taking that same effort and making sure you're getting more effort put into Twitter and Facebook where the audiences are. So if you have the bandwidth, do it. If you don't, concentrate on just a couple.
Or find someone to outsource it to who can keep the lights on for you. But those are our thoughts. We want to hear what your thoughts are, what your experience has been with Pinterest, and whether you've been able to, A, get direct clients, or B, accelerate your search engine marketing and viral spread. Let us know what you thought, and subscribe.